What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about 3 quarterback drills to help you guys throw 40+ yards. Let's get started. All right, guys, so this first drill that we're going to be talking about here is going to work on you guys hitching up on a deep throw. So what so many quarterbacks struggle with is that they'll throw, like, let's say, for example, like a deep post. Like, let's say it's a deep, skinny post. You're taking a 3-step drop, you're hitching up to make this throw, and they struggle getting that weight to their back leg so they can actually transfer their weight. So let me explain it. So quarterbacks, when you hit the top of your drop, normally you have a lot of weight on the front foot. So when you guys hitch up, a lot of times quarterbacks don't get that weight to their back leg so they could transfer their weight forward. And that weight transfer from your back leg is how you get more velocity, more distance, and more power on your throws. So quarterbacks will go here, they'll end up like this, they'll hitch up, but they never get the weight back, like I said. So that doesn't allow them to arc the shoulder, that doesn't allow them to get their wrist flick up, to snap the wrist. So this is a great drill to do that does not take a lot of space and does not take a lot of time. So what you're literally gonna do is you're gonna start out with all your weight on your front foot, and you're just gonna jump and shift. Now, when you shift the weight back, it's not just about getting your foot set, it's about actually having your whole body going back. So we get to this position, because this is the position where I could arc my shoulder. If I have my weight on my front foot, it's real awkward to arc my shoulder. So I start out here, then I shift the weight back. Start out here, shift the weight back. You're gonna do that 3 separate times, and then you are going to throw with this towel on the third one, and this towel just simply serves as some kind of resistance on the finish of the throw, just to work on your wrist flick and your follow through. So I'm gonna show you how this drill is going to look full speed, and then we could get back to this video. All right, guys, before we get into the second drill to help your guys' arm strength improving to throw 40+ yards, I want to talk to you about a great opportunity we are doing this offseason. We are traveling out to 8 different cities across the United States. So we are going to be coming out to Houston, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Newark, New Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, and Los Angeles, California for 2-day quarterback and wide receiver training camps. So if you guys are local to those areas or want to travel out to get some work in with us, we would love to have you out to one of our off-season camps. Now, what are the camps going to be like? This is what a lot of people are asking me. Is it going to be a ton of kids? You know, what's the age range? We're splitting the camp up into youth and high school, so you'll be working with competition your own age. Receivers will have DBs out there. Quarterbacks will be working different half-line concepts with the wide receivers and the DBs, and it's only 10 to 12 guys per position group, okay? So that means it's going to be small numbers. We're actually going to take the time to coach you, and it's 4 hours each day. So you guys are going to be getting coached a ton. So if you guys are local to one of those 8 cities that I just mentioned, love to have you out to one of our camps. Check out that link in the description below. We'd love to have you out. Like I said, let's get back to this video. All right, guys, so this next drill they're going to be talking about is to work on your throwing sequence to develop more torque on your throws and be able to get more velocity on your throw, okay? So a lot of times with the sequence, what screws up quarterbacks is that when they go to throw, they open up their shoulders the same time their hips open up, right? And so that's going to cause you to push the ball, not get as much velocity on the ball, and not have as much throw power, right? And so that's the whole point of this video, to get more distance on the ball, to get more velocity, and throw this thing 40+ yards, right? So what we have to be able to do is you want to have your shoulder closed as your front foot gets down, because the hip drive and the weight transfer at the lower half, kind of like what we talked about in the previous video, is what will make this ball shoot through and give us as much velocity as possible. So this is a great drill to work on that. So you could do a little weighted ball, that's what I have, or you use a tennis ball, a baseball, whatever it is, but you're gonna need a wall to throw up against. And all you're literally gonna do is switch hands with the ball as you step with the front foot and just rotate through and throw, because as you switch hands, you physically cannot open up. You can't spread the chest open, have your hips open, and push the ball. You have to close your front shoulder, and now you have no choice but to let the weight transfer bring the ball through, and it just works on the timing of your front shoulder closing as the front foot gets down, okay? This is a great drill to work on that. You maybe want to do maybe about 10 to 15 throws of this, maybe before you warm up, in about 5 different sets. So again, how it should look is your weight is back. You maybe could switch hands once, switch hands twice, and then switch hands and throw, and just pick that ball up right off the wall and just rep through this thing again. So make sure that we're switching hands as that front foot gets down to work on that throwing sequence. All right, guys, so this last drill to help you guys improve your arm strength is going to be another drill that requires you to have that weighted ball, tennis ball, baseball, but it's mainly going to be working on your weight transfer from your lower half. So what you're going to do is you're going to be in a stance. Now, the problem that a lot of quarterbacks have is that when they throw, their legs will pop up, right? They'll go to make this throw and they'll shoot up, their legs will lock out, they'll lose all that rotational power and that drive on the throw. So this is a great drill to work on that. So what you're going to do is you're going to get in a stance. Your front foot is going to be slightly open, right? And you're going to have that nice knee bend, but you're going to sit your butt down. You don't want your knees to be over your toes on this, and you don't have to switch hands on this one, but all you're going to do is you're going to shift forward, shift back, and then on the third one, you're going to shift the way through, get your front hip to open up, and you're going to throw that ball at that wall to work on that hip drive and that weight transfer without popping up. When you guys throw to be able to get velocity, you want to be able to go straight through. You want to be able to drive your knee through, through, drive your hips open rather than popping up on the throw. So that's what this works on. So again, all you're gonna do is you're starting out here, 1, 2, transfer through and just throw. Focus on keeping that front shoulder nice and tight, or front hand nice and tight. Shoulders and hips stay square to the target when you're working through this drill to build that arm strength. So same thing, maybe about 4 to 5 sets of about 10 to 15 reps. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. We always appreciate the feedback from you guys and the suggestions you leave. Helps us fuel the channel, so we definitely appreciate it. And again, fellas, if you're local to one of those 8 cities that we're traveling out to this offseason, Houston, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Newark, New Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, and Los Angeles, California, we would love to have you out to one of our off-season training camps. So check out that very first link in the description below. Again, spots are going to be limited, so we hope we can see you out there. I'll see you guys next time.